So this is the place people used to come to get their motorcycle news. Welcome back to Long Way Home, everybody. Long time no see, and no, it's not your fault. It wasn't you, it was me. Before we get into today's lovely, glorious, amazing story, just two announcements. We haven't uploaded anything in the past 2 weeks, and that was because of two reasons. 1 week was filled up with that beautiful, lovely GS Transylvania tour, which I go on every year. From that, we will probably make about 4 different fun-filled shows. So that wasn't just play, there was a lot of filming involved, and I'm sure you're gonna love it once I finish editing them. Start. We have to start before we finish, Dave. We haven't started yet. So make sure you subscribe to catch all of those. And secondly, last week, and I spent a lot of time contemplating whether this should be public or not, but at the end of the day, you will start seeing a difference. So what's the point? I went and had one of those procedures where they cut part of your stomach so you can't eat like a pig anymore, because my weight problem got to a stage where I could no longer see any other permanent solution. So I'm gonna be a thin guy in a couple of months. Hooray! Oh, the pain. Keep rolling, Dave. But enough dilly-wallying, let's get into the reason we are all here today. Long Way Up, Ewan McGregor's and Charlie Boorman's new adventure motorcycle show. We've spoken about this in the past, and right on schedule, it seems like filming has started. In an interview a couple of months ago, Charlie stated that we've got a few little surprises, we are not going to do it traditionally, so there is going to be a little twist. If only those words didn't come out of his mouth. What a different world it would have been today. Stick around. So late last week, Ewan McGregor was seen in Buenos Aires, which coincides very well with the start of the Long Way Up series. That was all good and fine, but then this bombshell drops. Photos started popping up with, this is difficult, Harley Davidson Livewires. They were spotted being uncrated in Ushuaia, the place where the journey is supposed to start. Livewires. A $30,000 unlaunched, untested, more of a prototype than anything else, motorcycle. So from this we can obviously deduce that Long Way Up is going to be nothing like the previous 2 shows, with all of those beautiful river crossings and amazing off-road adventures and sand and bikes falling over all over the place, and it'll be more like the Livewire press video. Hopefully not, but 100% it will surely be very different to what we were expecting, or what I was expecting. Now, the Livewire has a range of about 140 miles, so you can imagine it would be quite difficult to plan an interesting TV show with such a small range. Gone would be camping on the side of the road, unexpected situations, you would need to plan everything around charging stations found along the route. Total nightmare and bad television. But the boys have come up with a solution to this, and you have to give it up to them. Mobile DC chargers. These will charge the bikes to 80% of their capacity in roughly 40 minutes. While they will be making regular pit stops to charge the bikes, since they are carrying the actual chargers with them, they can basically stop anywhere, just like you would on a proper adventure ride. 4 Livewires have been uncrated, 2 for Charlie and Ewan, probably 1 for the cameraman and 1 as a spare, unless they will have 2 cameramen with them, since, you know, we're in 2019 and we have drones and stuff. 1 cameraman can only do so much stuff. The chargers and all of the gear will, however, be carried around with the help of good old reliable dinosaur fuel, being guzzled down by a Ford F-350 with a measly 6.2 litre engine and 2 4x4 Sprinter vans. I love the irony in all of this. Apart from the Livewires, there's another twist as well. The vans and the F-350 will not be the only 3 support vehicles in the convoy. There will also be 2 new Rivians. Now, I forgive you if you don't know what those are. nobody does. What's a Rivian? But they are actually pretty damn cool. Made in the US, these are dubbed as Electric Adventure Vehicles, EAVs. Basically, fully electric SUVs with a humongous range of around 400 miles. Whether they will be only used to carry gear around or are actually part of the show remains to be seen. A bit of both, I think. They are too cool looking to not play some sort of part, and there would be no point dragging electric SUVs around if not to make a point. But I'm afraid the point the guys want to make this time around will be more of a miss than a hit. On Long Way Round, Long Way Down, they never tried to convince anyone that the GSs they were riding were the perfect bikes for those trips. They knew they were heavy, but they wanted a twin in order to be more comfortable for the 4-month-long journey. The whole GS and large adventure bike following came quite naturally afterwards. However, this time around, I think they will drill the whole electric is the future, let's all switch to electric as soon as possible, every chance they get, that in the end it could have the effect of putting people off electric. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It's not like you'll have a choice anyway in the future. The idea, in my opinion, is wrong from the beginning, since the Livewires cannot make the trip alone because of their limited range. Hence, they are lugging the extra juice in the vans. This is not something a normal rider would do. While if after watching Long Way Round, you wanted to go and do what they did on a GS, all you had to do was go buy one and start riding. All the infrastructure was already there. Not so this time around with the Livewires. This could also be a great chance for Harley to reinvent themselves and get some very well needed new age marketing, or the bikes could keep breaking down and become a disaster for them. I personally cannot wait to see. So why do you think they have decided to go on electrics this time around? Why not literally anything else, and why Harley and not Zero, for example, which has a much longer range? Let us know in the comments. There will obviously be new pictures, new information coming up now that the show has started. We'll keep you updated with all of that. Make sure you are subscribed. Well, that's the show, everybody. Give it a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming a Patreon to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.